It is 7 a.m. or so in Great Falls, Montana. Welcome to the show. Steve Keller here with the Great Falls Daily Connection, a live show Monday through Friday in the 7 o'clock hour. It is Friday, April 10th, 2026, and we are the Electric City's Morning Connection. So you know what's going on, what's been going on, and what's to come, especially on the weekends, all right? Before we get into the weekend events, and there are dozens, we have to talk about your wallet and your commute. So let's do that right now. Now, think about the last time you tried to find a spot on Central during the lunch rush. It's a nightmare sometimes. City Commission is about to vote on a plan to do something about the cost by raising meter rates to $1.50. But here's the catch. The first 2 hours in city garages would be totally free. They want the street for quick stops and the garages for the long stays. Now, the convenience of a garage is worth the walk to save $1.50. Or is it not? Is it worth that walk? You tell me in the comments. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, if you were stuck in traffic yesterday, then you found out there was a two-vehicle collision that occurred yesterday afternoon. At least one hospital was transported to the hospital. Intersection has been cleared, of course. Traffic flowing normally this morning, but they're currently investigating. And if you see increased flaring through the end of the week, that is Calumet. They're doing that on purpose, all right? So if you see that glow over Smelter Hill tonight, you're going to see the flares, and here's some extra noise through the weekend. Standard safety, don't call 911. The refinery is just getting back to full speed. Big weekend ahead. Fusion Fight League will hit the Expo Park Saturday night. Holloway versus Wagner. If you want high energy, that's the place to be. Speaking of high energy, over at iRockMontana.com, where you can listen to all the music that they play, including some music of mine that's in iRockMontana.com's live stream. Rocking from the Rockies, and if you're looking for quality entertainment at your event, your reception, your bar, or your party, let them do that. The fundraiser for Joe Thomas is coming up May 8th, 4 p.m. I'll host that along with other fine sponsors. We'll be doing this over at the Beacon Ice House, 1349 13th Avenue Southwest. And there's still sponsorship opportunities for that. Also, our friends at Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. If you can breathe, you can do yoga. Now, it is accessible yoga to Great Falls, growing a supportive community of all of us, not us, I'm not 110 pounds, I'm not buff. I've got a couple of mobility problems, but yoga helps me. And you can find the full list right there over at Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. Find your class schedule, private lessons, and you'll see it all at Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. That's over in the 2J's complex at 105 Smelter Avenue Northeast. Now, today, by the way, is Friday, the 10th of April already, if you can believe that. So, yeah. There's a couple of things that are going on today that have nothing to do with Great Falls. It's National Siblings Day. So your brothers and sisters, you love them more than anyone, right? But now that you're all adults, you've finally been cured of the cooties. It's National Hug Your Dog Day, which I do every day. My dog's name is Ellie, and she's 15 months old now. Yeah. So you can give your dog a big Newfoundland hug because a Newfoundland is the breed that most resembles a bear. And it's also National Golfers Day, and if you're not a golfer, you can still participate by wearing your ugliest pair of pants and cursing a lot. So, celebrate however way you want to do that. What is going on in Great Falls for all the events? Let's find out right now, okay? First of all, the weather forecast. We're looking at a great weather forecast, and you'll see we are actually about normal for this time of year right now for April. So we've had, and of course in Great Falls, we've seen great weather and crappy weather. We've seen it snow through April, right? Well, the current temperature right now is just shy of 30 degrees in the 7 o'clock hour in the Great Falls area. And 66 is our high for today. With that, some very light winds. So with warmer temperatures, sometimes we tend to always think the winds are going to pick up, but that's not the case for today. 40 tonight. Tomorrow, 72 and mostly sunny. The chance of showers, 42 tomorrow night. And then for Sunday, good chance of rain for the next few days from Sunday through Monday night. Sunday's high, 59, Monday 54, Tuesday 57, and mostly sunny and breezy at times. Well, this is the Great Falls Daily Connection, and we get to find out what's going on for today. All right? There's a lot to get to. You have to figure out which one of these events you'll want to be a part of. But now you know them because you're watching the show. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, we talked about that parking garage thing. So what do you think? I'm opening the lines. I want to know are you okay with paying $1.50 for a meter for an hour? If it means more open spots or just another city tax on locals, you give me a call right now. 406-590-8856. 590-8856 if you'd like to talk about that. And if you're planning a summer wedding, well, don't stress out the playlist because I'll be there to take care of you. I've been planning weddings with people for years and years. I just had a great call yesterday with a couple. And Kellertainment DJ and Hybrid Live Entertainment specializes in custom events that people actually remember. You book now at Kellertainment.com. We're figuring that out with a brand new website too, yeah. So that's what's going on in the news. We didn't even get to the job openings at school district I mentioned yesterday, or the jobs with Maggie Morgan over at Express Employment Professionals. And she's been busy. I've been busy. We have not connected at all this week with the brand new computer, but I'll talk with her next week. And but if you're looking for a job, go to Express Employment Professionals, and they're over downtown, and they'll help you. The University of Providence men's and women's track meet is going on today, all day at the Multisports Complex. Toddler time this morning at the Great Falls Public Library for the little ones. The University of Providence women's track, hammer and discus is at 1 o'clock at the Multisports Complex. Strength and skill on display. University of Providence softball versus Bellevue today at the Multisports Complex. Now, at the Great Falls Public Library at 2 p.m., the Integrated Healthcare Session, where we get all learn about mobile healthcare results. 3:30 Memorial Stadium, Great Falls High Track and Field versus Flathead. The Youth Chess Club is playing at the Great Falls Public Library. Not playing, but they are literally playing, at 3:45. This is for ages 8 to 18. 4 o'clock, UP softball versus Bellevue Game 2. The Round Dance of America weekend is at the Expo Park Family Living Center. 3 days of dancing. Round Dance of America. Joe Ryan is at the Halftime Sports Bar tonight at 6. Joel Corda at the Sip and Dip Live. Rich Reisler live at the Celtic Cowboy at 7 o'clock. Clint Ryman and the Rustlers at 7 o'clock at the Beacon Ice House. And then... there we go. That's our Friday, April 10th. Clint Ryman, Joe Ryan at the Frontier. Wait a minute. Joe Ryan can't be in two places at the same time. That's wrong. I messed up. But that's what I do. Coming up at the Newberry, Friday, tonight, the Ultimate 2000s Rave. The Rewind. You can get your tickets at the Newberry. Berrymen and the Frosty Mugs will play at the Dew Bar. Berrymen and the Frosty Mugs. I like that name. Copperhead Ridge live at the Flamingo tonight at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, the Spring Fever Arts and Crafts Show. This is all for tomorrow now, because all of this stuff we've been talking about, these are the events going on just today in Great Falls. Tomorrow, all day, Spring Fever Arts and Crafts. Day 2 of the Round Dance of America at the Expo Park Family Living Center. The Friends of the Library donations, helping to sustain our community library. That's at 10 o'clock, and you're invited to that. We have Great Falls High, CMR, Crosstown, and not Crosstown, but both of the tennis teams are playing Helena. Riverside Park, CMR, intense home dual tennis action. Now, the Ducks family story time, talking about families and caregivers at the Great Falls Public Library. This is all Saturday. UP softball versus Bellevue, day 2. Junior varsity softball versus Gallatin and Conrad at the Multi-Sports Complex, the future stars of Great Falls baseball. CMR Baseball versus Billings Skyview at Centene Stadium at 1 o'clock. And UP Softball, the final home series multi-sports complex, starting at 2 o'clock. This is Saturday. Teen tabletop gaming at the library at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. The NRA banquet Saturday evening. Central Montana Friends at the Expo Park Exhibition Hall. The annual fundraiser for local shooting sports. And I've supported that over the years, been a part of that. And so I've actually emceed a couple of those. The Fusion Fight League MMA is coming up Saturday night, Expo Park. Lots of cards, especially Holloway versus Wagner. People looking at that. Joel Cordes Saturday night, 7 o'clock at the Sip and Dip for live music. Larry Fleet live at the Newberry Saturday night. Tomorrow, 7:30. Tyler Potter and his band live at the Frontier Inn at 8 o'clock. Elevation 3330 has Lester's Mystery Oil. The Flamingo, Copperhead Ridge Live. That's the second night in a row for them. Sunday Sampler Museum Free Day. All day. 10 participating museums. Free admission citywide. The Round Dance of America finale at the Expo Park Family Living Center. And for Sunday, the encore of the Fusion Fight League at Montana Expo Park. Now let's get into what's going on for Monday. And there we go. Monday, I have to push the special button for that. And there we go. Aha! Monday. CMR Baseball at Bozeman. That'll be at Bozeman away. The varsity doubleheader action for the Rustlers. CMR Tennis versus Conrad Cutbank is Tuesday, 12 noon. The CMR Tennis Courts. CMR Track and Field at Gallatin, Tuesday. Eli Young Band is coming up next Wednesday at the Newberry. You get your tickets at thenewberrymt.com. CMR Softball at Great Falls High next Thursday at 2 p.m. at Great Falls Multisports Complex. Thursday, April 16th, Pollo Loco, the community concert at the Mansfield Center, the part of the Great Falls Community Concert Association. Pollo Loco, by the way, went as the national, they were like second in the nationals of, remember Star Search back in the day? Yeah, they were incredibly talented, and I love those guys, all three of them. CMR Baseball versus Gallatin next Friday. The CMR Drama Department is presenting Trap next Friday at CMR High School. We're looking forward to that. The Great Falls Symphony has Ian Passmore at the Mansfield Theater next Saturday. World-class orchestral music. The Bohemian Queen Tribute next Saturday at the Newberry. Sunday, April 19th at the Newberry, The Making of Life on Our Planet. Ballet with the Sleeping Beauty, Tuesday, April 21st. I know a couple of girls who'd love to go to that. The historic Mansfield Theater. CMR Softball versus Helena Schools, Tuesday, April 21st. The annual Icebreaker is Sunday, April 26th. You can still register for that at greatfallsmt.gov. So that's a good look at what's going on for Great Falls, Montana, starting today and through next week and basically the rest of the month. I hope you enjoy this. And by the way, I didn't get any calls on this, but I would say, if it's $1.50 an hour to park on the street, but 2 hours free to park in the garages, I don't know. I think that's an okay deal. What do you think? All right. You can comment below after this broadcast is over right here on YouTube. Well, as for me, I got the weekend off, so to speak. I don't have any performing engagements myself, but I may show up and see what the nightlife is for Great Falls for this weekend. Yeah, there's a lot going on this weekend, so I hope you enjoy it all. I want to thank all our sponsors, including Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. Now, full disclosure, they're expanding. They've got more people coming in, and more and more people are saying, I need to take better care of myself. I can't rely on the medical community solely. We have to rely on ourselves. So yoga is a great way to stay in shape and feel good. I know. Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. And if you're a talent venue owner, you're looking for the right talent, you go to irockmontana.com. Please do that. All right, that's a look at the Great Falls Daily Connection. We've done everything we could. There's a couple of things that we haven't talked about. There's also the rest of the news that, everybody knows the major news and what's going on, the gas prices and everything else. But CNN has apologized. This is an interesting thing here. They apologized for mistakenly airing a memorial segment dedicated to Michael J. Fox, who, there's one small problem, he's very much alive. CNN, well, you had the reputation, now you actually literally fake news yourself. That's like CNN de-pantsing itself. The Department of Justice is investigating the NFL over the high cost of viewing games. You know, it's difficult to watch your favorite NFL team, especially if you're a fan of the New York Jets. American Airlines has become the latest U.S. airline to raise their checked bag fees. The only way flying could be more expensive if your plane had to taxi through the Strait of Hormuz. That'll be $1 a barrel. Thank you. And the U.S. government announced that men turning 18 years old will soon be automatically registered for the draft. Now, people my age, we had to register with Selective Service. That's all we had to do, but we had to register. Now, the automatically selected. All right. On the bright side, the average 18-year-old is too overweight, not out of shape to serve anyway. It's a joke. And finally, a new study shows the majority of Americans are suffering from AI fatigue. Now, if you suffer from AI fatigue and wondering what to do about it, just ask ChatGPT. Today's show is now over, and I wish you a great weekend. You have a good one. Now, if there's anything that I could ever do for you, I'm a phone call away. 406-590-8856. That's today's Great Falls Daily Connection with your host, Steve Keller. I'll be back again Monday, 7 a.m. hour. And if I don't see you, I'll see you.